everyone, it's Lynette with Charm Grammy Crochet. How are you today? At the time of filming, it is Sunday afternoon. I think it's the 31st of May. So June 1st is coming up tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow is Monday, June 1st. Yes, that is true. I want to welcome you to my channel. If you're new to my channel is a crochet channel. It was set up as a crochet channel. I am learning to knit. So we're doing some of that as well. But crochet is my passion. I enjoy knitting. I'm enjoying it a great deal. My friend Lynanne and I set up a knit-along. A knit-along, a cow for the... it's a Fiber Flux Knits... her name is Jennifer, and it's the fall shawl. That's it. We started it a while ago. I haven't worked on it in like several days, so it's not growing at this point. But it's beautiful. Let me show it to you. If you are new to my channel and you like the content, please feel free to hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that from everyone. That's just so helpful to everyone that has a channel. If you don't know Lynanne from Nina's Knots, jump on over there and give her a shout out. A dummy, and hit that subscribe button for her. And Shannon from Another Yarn has been helping us. She is a seasoned knitter, and so she's been joining us on our every other week live, giving us tips and instruction and help in our knitting journey. But this is my shawl so far. I did finish my fourth set of eyelets right there. And then I added a couple of rows, I think, since I talked to you last, but I haven't touched it in a couple of days. Or since you saw it last, I added a couple of rows, but not since I talked to you. I still have this much of cake number 1. I have 3 cakes of this yarn, which I received from, I purchased this at the Wool Market Fibers. And they are on the area. I can't remember if they're actually in Mississippi or in Louisiana, but they're right there. We always stay in Mississippi. When we visit, we've always stayed in Mississippi, but we've gone here more. I've been here more than once with staying in Mississippi, so it's not too far away. It's a really nice store, and they do have an online presence. The yarn is fabulous. This yarn is a fingering weight, 100% organic cotton, and there's 437 yards in a skein, or a hank. I have 3 hanks that I bought to put together and thought that I would put in this project. Hank number 1 and hank number 3 look like this. Hank number 2 is lighter. It's got more white in it, less... they're not up here, so I can't show them to you. Less purple. And the original plan was to put all 3 in here, but I think I'll be 85 before I finish that. So, and it's getting pretty long. It's like 40 inches across now. So I think what I might do is do half of the more marled cake, and then do half of the other more tonal purple, more solid purple, and see how big it is. If it's big enough, I'll stop. If it's not big enough, then I'll just do another section of each color until the cakes are gone. But I think that that's what I might do. And I am using chiaogoo needles. These are 40-inch red lace circulars. Love them. I've tried several different needles so far. So far, this is my favorite. These are not interchangeable. I'm not good enough as a knitter to say I want to spend the money on a set of interchangeable chiaogoo needles right now. Chiaogoo needles? Chiaogoo. I always say it wrong. But somebody told me chiaogoo. That's how I'm supposed to say it. We'll just set this over here on the table. So that is my knitting thus far. I do enjoy knitting very much. I am really enjoying it using those needles. I had a set that I purchased from, you've heard this before, so I'm not going to go over it again. Sometimes you get what you pay for, let's just say that. But I do have a set that I purchased of 16-inch needles that are inexpensive needles that so far, I used them for a few rows. They just weren't long enough because my project is too big. So it just wasn't long enough. And I was satisfied using those. These I do like better. But I'm going to knit a Ross hat. And when I start that, that's why I bought the other needles. They were suggested to me, and I will link them in the description box below, but I don't have them here with me either. So the last time we talked, I said I wanted to rip out that cardigan, or that sweater with the wrap with the sleeves. I don't know what you call those. But I had one, it was called the opera, yeah. It was called the opera wrap. And I made it out of Caron cotton cakes. I used 2 1/2 cotton cakes, and I really loved it, but I made it way too big. Probably could have done it like a whole skein of yarn less. It was way too big, and it just didn't look right. Even when I like shortened it with, and tried to fit it on, it didn't look right on me. I didn't like it. So I frogged that. It took me a really long time. I will tell you, it took me a really, really long time to frog it. I'm going to say I know to do this, and I have done it in the past. If you're going to frog the project into another project that you know that you're going to do, just frog it as you go. So take the project that you're frogging, get your end, and just start crocheting and let it come off of the original project. And so you have a new project and a frog project attached to each other. I know to do that. But I had sewn in all the ends, and where you sew it together, with like the one side had a spare parts, because you stopped on one side, and then I crocheted that together for as long as I thought it needed to be. And then, you have to cut your yarn, and you go back, and now you have to do the other side. So I didn't know which side I started with, which side I ended with. And after I had them sewn up where they should be, it was like still way too big. So I thought I'll sew it more and fold just make it have to be cuffed. So I did that, and I still didn't like the way it fit, and it was still too big. So I had like 4, I stopped and started 2 times. I had cut the yarn, and so I didn't know which end was going to be the end that actually frogged and which end wasn't. So I started taking it apart, and luckily I ended up with the right end right from the get-go. And I was watching a movie, and I just started do, and then I'm like, why am I doing this? But I already had this like way big ball, and I wasn't going to cut my yarn. So Roy even helped me frog and wrap. But look at this. It's as big as my head. It's as big as my head. But I do have a project that I'm going to try to do with this and see if I can make it work. So hang on, and I'm going to flip it over so you can see my computer and you can see the project. Hit the wrong button. So this is the project that I want to make. It is the Canyonlands Boho crochet top. And Lynanne did inspire this. I really like it a lot. And I can make it longer or shorter depending on how I want to do it. It is a free pattern. It says there's a tutorial on it. I cannot find the tutorial anywhere. But this was on Ravelry. And the free pattern is underneath. But I think she did a really good job on it. I really like the way it looks. Let me see if... Uh-oh. I don't know. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, let's know what happened to my pattern. Oh. I don't know what happened there, but that was weird. So anyway, I am going to try and make that. And I'm going to start that, I think, sometime today. And I was doing the knitting and 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day. But since we've been home, I have been so busy. Sometimes I don't even have 10 minutes to crochet in the day, it seems like. So I am getting myself back onto, I want to do at least 2 minutes or 2 rows on this every day. That's a commitment I'm trying to make. I said that yesterday to myself. I said, you need to knit on that 2 minutes a day. Or two rows. But the rows are long now. So maybe I should just say 1 row a day. But I want to knit on it 2 rows a day. I haven't started that yet. So even though that's my big commitment, it's not working. So I did make these though. I made 2. This is made with the retro stripes, not the blue centers, but from here up. This is the Red Heart Super Saver retro stripes. Was left over from my poncho. And this is the blue from Hobby Lobby Crafter's Secret. They're 1 pound size. And I love my poncho and I love these. And these were made for the make along, crochet along. I don't know what you really want to call it. But Jackie at Crochet ADHD, I will list her in the description box below as well. She's asking that you make 2 squares, 8 inches. This is the pattern that she had linked in her tutorial. And I don't remember what it's called. But it's in her tutorial that I'm linking anyway. That tells you about this. And then you're going to mail these to her. There's a giveaway involved. I'm asking not to be included in the giveaway. But I am participating because I had the perfect yarn here. And I was so excited about that. Because it's very like 70s, 80s kind of, it's the retro yarn. So, that works out very well. So I'm real excited. And I will get those in the mail to her tomorrow. That is my plan. And if you don't know Jackie, watch her. She is fun. She makes really fun videos. And she's a fun kind of girl. She edits her videos really creatively, and I am so jealous of that. And one other thing, let's see. I told you guys that I bought a house, didn't I? I did. I bought a house. We won't have the keys for at least another month, I don't think. And now it's just a waiting game until they get all the paperwork done. I have, I believe, everything that I need to do, except for the inspection, which is being done tomorrow. Everything else that I need to do as far as my end of waiting is pay the money and wait for the paperwork. But I will have a yarn room again. There's definitely a yarn room in that house. I have the room picked out. I'm very excited about it. I can't wait to start working on it. And I heard that Hobby Lobby is starting their clearance sales. Somebody on Facebook had yarn in a cart. I don't know where they were from. I went to click on it and I lost my whole Facebook page. I don't know where it went and I couldn't find that again. But the Zoom girls are saying that, it's starting, and there are Hobby Lobbies near me. And I'm having a battle in my brain. I have a yarn room full of yarn that I haven't seen in a year and a half. All going to be new to me yarn, right? I mean, it's my yarn, but it's going to feel like it's all new to me yarn. I haven't seen it. I don't remember what's there so much. I mean, I have ideas, but so do I really want to go to Hobby Lobby and buy more yarn? Probably not a very smart idea, right? Why buy more yarn when I have more yarn that I can already use that I haven't seen in a long time? So it should be really inspiring to see my yarn again and have a yarn room and get to play with it all. But, you know, then that's such a great sale. I don't know how I say no to the great sale when I will have a place to put it again. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Today is Sunday. No Hobby Lobbies. They're closed on Sundays. And you know, I appreciate that. I appreciate the fact that they, you know, are closed on Sundays. I remember when all stores used to be closed on Sundays, but then, you know, us women started working and you need Sundays to do, now you need Saturdays and Sundays to do all your shopping and housework and all of that. Say hi, Ari. Hi. That's granddaughter number 3, our beautiful Ariana. So I'm not sure if we're going. Maybe Ari will go with me. That could be fun. But we have the home inspection tomorrow, so we have to do that first thing. And then we'll see where we go. Roy may or may not take me. Roy may or may say, "What, are you crazy?" Make me feel bad if I go. He's usually pretty good about my buying yarn. He knows, you know, I'm going to do what I want to do anyway, so he may as well be supportive, right? So he's a pretty smart man that way. But I do have a lot of yarn, so it's, you know, Lynanne went on a big post about over consuming and all of that stuff, and yep, I could say that, but I haven't bought like a big bulk. I haven't done a yarn haul in a while, and I kind of miss doing that too. I'll probably go. Maybe I'll go with limits. Yeah, right. Well, you guys, that's all I really have for you today. I just wanted to show you and ask you to help participate in the crochet along from Jackie at Crochet ADHD. And I wanted to just touch base and see how y'all were doing. If you are doing the crochet along, please remember to post your pictures. You got Lynanne's Facebook page. She really is good about working on hers, way better than I am about mine. But we both have Facebook group pages you can post pictures on, and we enjoy seeing them. It's not this Wednesday, but the next Wednesday when we'll be live again. So that's all I have for you today, guys. And I will thank you so much for watching, subscribing, liking, all that stuff like I talked about earlier. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.